Welcome back to Make It Stick. Let's jump into Anki to begin with. Two flashcards. What are the 5 seconds to chapter 5 of Avoid Illusions of Knowing? The 2 systems of knowing, memories, illusions and memory distortions, mental models, unskilled and unaware of it, the takeaway. No, not the takeaway. I did not look yet. It is tools and habits for calibrating your judgment. Alright, we're good. What are the 14 claims the authors make it stick? There's a direct relationship between... Okay, hold on. Before I go through it, what did I miss yesterday? All learning requires previous learning. Let's go. There's a direct relationship between amount of effort retrieval and amount of learning. We're often poor judges. People in general are often poor judges of when they're learning and when they're not learning. 3, rereading and mass practice are among the most popular and common techniques across domains. Retrieval leads to more learning than restudying, rereading, highlighting, mass practice. 5, interleaved and varied. Now, interleaved and spaced retrieval practice leads to more difficult, more effortful learning that can feel like it's less effective, but in fact is not. It's more effective. Because again, more difficult to the retrieval, more learning, and we're often poor judges of learning. And retrieval practice is the most effective type of learning technique. 6, attempting to do something, learn something, perform something before being taught it, before learning it, leads to deeper learning once you do learn it. 7, discrimination skills, being able to discriminate between two closely related things, the underlying principles that differ between the two, the things that make it different, underlying patterns. This is a skill that can be trained that leads to better problem solving, more problem solving, more insights, unique insights. Is a skill that can be developed through varied and interleaved practice, and it leads to, like I said, ability to also further explore nuances, understand nuances, identify nuances, insights with new information in related fields, concepts. 8, we're all susceptible to false illusions of knowing, or illusions knowing, that is, and testing can help combat that and calibrate our true understanding of ourselves and our skills and abilities. 9, this is probably the one we said I forgot earlier. All learning requires previous learning. 10, there's no known limit to how much we can learn if we use elaboration. 11, oh no. Shoot, what are we missing? I know the next 3. What am I missing? Discrimination skills. Okay. 5 is always good. That's first 5. I get those right every time. I know the last 3 every time. It's the middle ones that are trip me up. Oh, boom. We remembered it. There's no evidence to support that sticking with one's preferred learning style leads to better learning outcomes. In fact, going broad, more different types of learning materials seems to be better, specifically tailoring specific learning materials to specific topics, such as visual to geography or geometry. That's beneficial as well. I just hit enter, didn't mean to. I'm not looking at. Then 12. 12, come on now. What is 12? Come on now, 12. What are you? What art thou, 12? Characteristic of deep expertise and mastery is the ability to take some information, distill it down to its underlying principle and patterns, create a mental model from those principles and patterns, key principles and patterns, and then connect that mental model to other mental models you already have developed. 13, the more information you have that you can connect new information to, the better, more effective, quicker the learning, deeper the learning. 14, learning physically changes the brain and we can become smarter. All right, that's everything. Seven was the evidence one, but eventually we got back to it. Okay. What did we read about yesterday? We're in the notes section. Oh, we're about to finish the notes section. Ooh, were there any notes, though? Dang, B.F. Skinner, what was after that? Light bulb, flash bulb, these are from the other day. What was yesterday? Not the Puerto Rican or Brazilian children. Not the three styles. Why is these so hard? Why are these so hard to answer? Mnemonics. I ordered a mnemonic book, Mnemology, because I was sick of just hating a mnemonics. I'd give them a chance, I thought. So, man, oh man, I don't know. What are we missing? What are we forgetting here? Give me just a tiny hint. Okay. One tiny hint. One of them was like, it's example versus rule learning. So, okay. So, studying, memorizing one example versus taking two examples and comparing and contrasting the differences between the two examples. What's different in between the two examples? Obviously, studying one example is going to lead to more example learning, which is weaker, lower transfer learning versus the exploring two and the differences and similarities between the two. That leads to more rule learning. Interestingly, one's rule learning preference, their degree, which is also a degree of like abstraction. They take things and abstract patterns within them, underlying patterns, principles, and rules. This is a degree that seems pretty consistent across different fields, meaning that an individual's preference and degree of rule learning seems to be kind of like characteristic, but there are ways to bring up people who are more example learners through special techniques such as embedding questions that frame and focus on the main points throughout a text. So that's one way, and then other ways that they compare and contrasting two examples, etc. There's other ways to bring up people that are naturally less rule learning dominant or oriented and bring them up to being more rule learning oriented, which leads to better learning transfer, deeper learning, better understanding, better retention, everything. So, all right, let's go finish the last of the notes section and then start the acknowledgement section. We are so close to finishing reading this book. I thought I was going to be done about a week ago, but then we decided to skim the notes to see if we got any extra points. And so I'll be back in a wee bit. We have done it. We have done it. We finished the notes section. We finished up the acknowledgement section. We finished the book. That feels so weird to say. Wow. 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 I don't know. That's amazing. This is the biggest learning project I've probably ever done and completed. I mean, self-directed at least. Maybe any ever. Man. I've never read a book this in depth, I don't think. There's no way I have. All right, I'm gonna soak this one in. We're not done yet with this series. We're done with the book, but we've got ChatGPT quiz. We've got Anki flashcards for chapter 8, and then we've got an overall quiz for ChatGPT, and then we'll do one more video pulling it all together, what I learned from Make It Stick. So we still got quite a long time, I would say. I mean, you got 3-4 days per ChatGPT quiz, 2 days for Anki, and then another day. So we got probably 11 days still, 11 to 13 days probably, or less. But yeah, I'm gonna soak this one in, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.